Now that is a view to wake up to. Very nice. Just a pity that my time-lapse camera is downstairs much, much lower, so it's gonna miss out on a lot of it. But anyway, good morning guys. Getting an excellent start to the morning. It's still not quite even 8 o'clock yet, so the vlog from yesterday has not gone live, so I haven't had a chance to get any sort of feedback on yesterday's vlog, specifically with regard to the concept I was talking about moving the tech-related stuff out of this video into main channel videos. As a bit of an example, last night after I turned the camera off, when I was sitting here doing stuff with Ellis and keeping him entertained, I took some time and I actually opened up these filter kits for the Osmo and the Phantom 3. And it did make me come to the realization that this would not have been unboxing worthy, because basically you've got this little flap, this little folder pocket thing, and when you open it up, there's your filters. You got 2 filters in this one because it's for the Osmo. You pull the filter out, oh look, it's a filter. So as far as the unboxing process, it would have been so fast, there was just nothing to it. But at the same time, it's probably something that I should have done over on the main channel, basically just, you know, holding a camera over it, kind of like I did just then, but a better camera, and saying, here's what you could expect to find in the box. Oh, here's how they work. Let's go ahead and stick one on the Osmo and see how it works. Just instead of having this really formal, very stiff setup that I've been using, where I've got the camera on a tripod and nothing ever moves and nothing's dynamic, everything's just fixed. Instead, I'd be holding the camera or moving it around on a tripod, maybe have a dolly, I don't know. Put it on something like a tripod on skates or something. Oh, something like that would actually be really tempting. I'll have to look around a little bit more, but that's 30 bucks, and it's basically a little thing that folds apart. You have little ends here that you can put your tripod into, and then you just roll it around on wheels. Very cool. Yeah, because I'd convinced myself yesterday that I was going to have this pocketable 4K camera because I was going to be running gun shooting everywhere. But realistically, when I'm talking about tech, more often than not, in the vlog specifically, I'm talking about it at home. Like I'm talking about a product that I have sitting on the desk, or a product that I have sitting behind me, or something that I have in my pocket, not something where I'm going to be driving to Louisville and talking about it in the car. That said, I was looking around for pocketable 4K cameras, and apparently Panasonic has a very, very interesting one coming out. I can't remember the model number. I think it's ZS60. Yeah, there you go. ZS60. It does not have a flip-up screen. That's the one reason I'm a little bit bummed about it. But it's 450 bucks. It has a 24 to 720 equivalent lens, so a 30 times zoom lens. It does 4K Ultra HD video. It's basically kind of like the Nikon Coolpix of Panasonic cameras. So it's a very entry-level camera. You may be able to see there it has a 3.3 to 6.4 lens, which means it's not going to do very well in low light unless the camera itself, the sensor, does well in low light. And it's an 18 megapixel sensor. There's also, if I scroll down here, a newer version, the ZS100S, which has not been released yet, but it's going to be out in like 2 more days. It has an f2.8 to 5.9 lens. Hey, there it is. But it's 700 bucks, and it's only a 10 times zoom. Not to say I'm going to be using a zoom, but still, 4K video, $700. I mean, at that point, you're getting pretty close to the price of the RX100. And realistically, at the end of the day, the RX100 Mark IV, or potentially the Mark V, whenever they release it, would be the best option for something like that. Not to say that I need it or that I'm going to do that, but as I've said before, I have an issue with buying cameras. So it's entirely possible that I'll pick up that ZS60 camera just because I'm not going to be using it in low light. At least I would hope not. And it would be nice to be able to have pocketable 4K, even though it's not going to have a flip-up screen that I want, and even though it's not going to work in low light very well. And by the way, does any of this give you the indication as to why I would kind of want to move some of this over to the main channel? I've been sitting here for more than 5 minutes at this point talking about 4K pocketable cameras and researching them. That itself could be a topic for a main channel video, and I don't have a video to go up on the main channel today, so yeah. The main problem I would see with doing something like that is that I would potentially have multiple video concepts per day. That doesn't mean that I couldn't just hang on to them and release them over the course of multiple days. I guess that's not to say that I couldn't, but the whole point of it is to get a completed video, start to finish video inside of one day. Filmed, edited, uploaded. There's a lot of times where that won't work out. Like we saw yesterday with the L6 hexcopter, I couldn't finish that video yesterday. It was just not possible. So as a concept goes, this is definitely going to take some time. It's going to take fleshing out. Now, I'm not going to say I'm going to start doing it today, but maybe today could become a part of it, because later on today, I actually have to drive into Louisville again because Verizon is having an event. They emailed me the other day, but they're having what they're calling the Verizon/Samsung Lunch and Learn event. It's an interactive demo of the Galaxy S7, S7 Edge, and Gear VR. I still have not opened my Gear VR, so what I'm very tempted to do is go to this. It's the Verizon Smart Store in Louisville. Tempted to go there, turn some of that into a video, and then when I'm done, come back and wrap it all up here, maybe opening my Gear VR, or just turn that into a video itself. I made a video about this smart store when it was first opening. That video got several thousand views just because, and it was literally just, I'm going to this store, here's the store, here's what I saw in it, cool, moving on. And actually, I think I'm going to be coming home from that event with the Galaxy S7 Edge, not to keep, just to borrow for a few weeks, but that does mean that I can do some back and forth comparison between the S7 and S7 Edge. Am I going to do that? I say I'm going to all the time. Comparison videos just aren't really my thing. I would like to do them. There's a massive amount of them that I have on my backlog, but I just don't. Too many videos to make, I guess. And I think that's the big thing there is, if I were doing some of the tech-related stuff from this video into the main channel videos instead, I would have more videos going up on that channel. And that channel is where the view counts are going to be. It's unfortunate, that's just the way it is. But boy, I'm still tired. My mouth is not working right yet. But anyway, I need to go ahead and finish getting ready, make sure I don't have anything else I need to do, because like I said yesterday, my buddy Jason is coming over. He wants to pick up the Canon 6D, so I'm gonna get everything ready for him, and that will take a decent sized financial burden off my back. Not that I had a burden, but it will make it easier for all the things that I intend to buy, like the LG G5 and maybe the iPhone SE, yeah, and the HTC Vive. I've already paid for it. I've spent too much money already this year, but it's fun. All right, a little while later, Jason has come and gone, and with him, this chair is now empty because it was just full of all the camera gear and the quadcopter and everything, and I was just like, take stuff. He gave me money for camera, so take stuff. So now, that's still completely jam-packed full of things, but you can see there's one little box there, if I'm pointing at the right place, that's not quite as jam-packed full as it was. At this point, I'm just getting everything ready to go. I'm actually gonna be taking my little man bag, my nutsack with me, so that I can carry stuff in it. I'll probably have the vlogging camera in there. I'm gonna be carrying in my hand. I'm gonna look so much like a Casey Neistat ripoff today, but I'm okay with that. So I've got my G7 on my little Gorilla Pod with my microphone on top. I've got spare lens. I'm gonna take my 20mm in case I wanna do any awesome product shots. I've got a spare battery for the camera, spare battery for the vlogging camera with the charger, and whatever else I decide to put into the bag to take with me. I don't think I'll need a spare memory card. 128 gigs in that should be more than enough. And the funny thing is, this is really the time where I ought to be taking the DJI Osmo with me, because that kind of camera, you know, stable, steady cam would be perfect for this. But I just can't justify doing it. I still haven't done the firmware update on it. The firmware update may make it a much better, much more usable camera, but I just, you know, having that thing, it would be loud, at least until I do the update, and it's just big and awkward. It's not big, it's just weird. I don't know. By the way, random thought, I decided to pick up a tripod dolly today. This was 30 bucks. I think we may have talked about it earlier, but this will basically allow me to put my tripod on wheels and roll it around my office to be really, really flexible for when I want to do just all sorts of different things. And I'm on the way, actually well on the way at this point. It's gonna be a bit of a photo finish. The event starts at noon and it's now 11:37, and I've got like 20 something miles left to get there, so it's gonna be close. Of course, it is a lunch and learn event, so it's basically gonna be show up, have lunch, and then while you're eating, or when you're close to being done eating, they'll start talking about the stuff. So hopefully I can get a little bit of footage on the way in. I did bring the nice camera with me, and I did do a very quick, sort of a vlog style intro as I was walking out the door. By the way, Tesla Model S, very cool. And that is the event done. I spent a little bit of time there with people, other tech bloggers and stuff. You can see more info about it over on the main channel. I'm gonna be doing a full video on it. Hopefully I'll have that up sometime today. And it was very nice to be able to make the acquaintance of a few new people. I met a guy named John from a company called Now Sourcing. Very nice guy. Ran into a couple of people that I've met at previous events like this. Verizon in the local area has this sort of circle of tech bloggers that they tend to bring in on a regular basis to do these kind of events. So it is very cool to be able to be a part of that. Feel like a local tech community person. And we're home, finally. All is well. Went ahead and just wrapped up the very quick video that I was doing on the Verizon event and everything. This was, I'll admit it, this was a little bit unwieldy, a little bit more than I probably needed for the event. There's a part of me that kind of wishes that I would have taken the Osmo simply because of the stabilization, the relatively small form factor. I mean, put this up next to what I ended up carrying. This is actually significantly smaller, and it can just, once it's all folded up like this, it can just be laid flat down somewhere. It's not a big deal. So when I'm doing events like that in the future, I probably ought to at least consider taking the Osmo with me, even though the Osmo does not do terribly well in low lighting. It is very, very nice though, in that it does have that stabilization built in. And now I've got about 40 minutes until I have to get Duncan off the bus, so I better get back to it. Well, that came together surprisingly quickly. The video for the Verizon event is done. 4K video. I shot it in 4K, I edited in 4K, learned a very valuable lesson. If you're going to be doing anything in iMovie, whatever you want the project to be, you have to make sure the first clip you drop in is that. That doesn't make any sense saying it that way. If you want it to be 4K, the very first clip you drop into the timeline has to be 4K, no matter what. So apparently the clip I was using for my intro twill thing was 1080p 60. So when I dropped in 4K clips, it didn't change it. It stayed 1080p 60. So I had to go back and cut everything else out, drop a 4K clip in, paste everything back in. Then it worked just fine. So I have a 4K clip, I'm uploading it now. And we're all home. He's not in a great mood. He probably just needs a diaper and a bottle. And we've had dinner. We're on our way to soccer. There goes the rest of Wednesday night. And soccer is over for the day. Actually, for the week. You don't have a game this weekend, do you?
The coach didn't tell me.
Oh, I guess not then. I made a very smart discovery while I was there. I think I mentioned earlier I was going to be taking my laptop with me. I was able to sit there and edit video. I was able to sit there and work on day job stuff. I was super productive for like an hour and a half. It was awesome. And now we get to go home. Really nice sunset out here. I may have to switch over to the other phone because it just does not look right on this camera. That's a little bit better. That's a little closer to what I'm seeing. This is with the Galaxy S7 Edge that I got from Verizon earlier. Although it looks like with the stabilization turned on, it's really jittery. It's like it's trying to figure out what to focus on. Let's tap on something. It's a little better. It's still really jittery. And here it is with the stabilization turned. It's supposed to be turned off, but it looks like it's still turned on. Such a pretty sunset. And all those jet trails behind. Look at that. Just the sky full of them. Very nice. Looking at it from the front of the house, so you come over this way, everything turns pink. Look at the trails in the sky. They're all pink too. That is awesome.
We played with the monkey earlier, didn't we? Yeah. He had a hold of it, the arm, and we went downstairs and he carried it all the way down the stairs. Didn't you? Yeah. See, I had him by the arm and I was feeling his head.
Just don't know what to do with him.
You want me to sit him on you? Soft monkey. So soon I'm gonna eat him. Yeah, as soon as I can get him in my mouth, as soon as I can figure that out.
Just gotta figure him out.
I'm gonna glom all over him.
He will be gone. He'll just be a little mush ball.
Yep. Slobbers all over him.
That's better. Switched over to the normal camera. Are you gonna eat that? It is going in the mouth. Just almost.
I almost got him.
It's gonna take practice.
Yeah.
He's so happy about it. He's like, so close. We can do it.
And toes.
And toes. He loves having his toes out.
Toes, toes, toes.
Had a very epic soundtrack.
Mom was watching Avengers.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Just tell her all about it. Tell her how it ends.
Mom already knows. Ellis doesn't know though.
Oh.
Ow.
So.
You got his arm. Good job.
Into the mouth.
We knew that was coming.
Is he tasty?
He should taste weird because he's
He
furry.
tastes fuzzy.
He's fuzzy. He's soft though.
We pulled out this Winnie the Pooh passy, and he is just loving this
It's
thing.
not a passy.
It's not a passy, sorry. It's a rattle. There we go. He's loving it.
Yeah,
Every time she stops, like she'll start paying attention to the movie, he starts smacking and yelling for it to make noise again.
you got it. Oh, let go.
He's trying.
So we're gonna master this soon.
Ow.
Oh. Come in. You almost got Pooh's hand.
Bubbles got a little out of control. It's entirely too many, but he's liking it.
Did I make too many bubbles?
Did he move to a bigger size already?
Mm-hmm. Then we moved to bigger clothes.
Uh-oh.
And it fits, see?
Getting big too fast.
You're
You gotta stop.
big.
Nope.
You're getting so big.
No more growing.
You're so big. Here we go.
Push him up. Gonna roll him up. Oh, he's rolling up. Look at how strong that neck is. Yeah. Super strong.
Out of breath.
So that was hard work.
He's breathing hard, panting.
Looking around and controlling everything, though. That's much better than the first few times. He's not just immediately flopping back in it now. Move your head around. You can look down. Can you look down here? Can you find him? Oh. Just looking down as opposed to moving the head. Don't look down your nose at us. He's had his bottle. He's had his burp. I think he is about to be done. Look at that. He's having trouble keeping those eyes open. And by the way, I forgot to mention it is much, much later. It's actually 11:55 p.m. So we're getting to the end of the evening. I've given him his bottle, as I mentioned. He's just going to sit here and pass out here shortly. And I would love to do the same. I've already edited the majority of the vlog, so awesome. Means I can go to bed very shortly. If you like, go ahead and check out the sort of vlog-style video I did about the Galaxy S7, S7 Edge event at Verizon. It's over on the main channel. It's been up for a few hours now. People are mixed opinion about it, but let me know what you guys think. And other than that, I'll go ahead and see you tomorrow then. Thanks for watching. Thanks for spending the day with me and the family and lots and lots of this little guy. We'll see you tomorrow.